Hey, Kinny, it's your guy Scott Hanson from NFL Redzone.
Scott Hanson, the voice of NFL Redzone. Today we'll be building my Madden team.
But you were an amazing Madden player.
That's very generous of you, Scott, but I am far from amazing. I'm just a Madden player.
Quarterback, look, it's got to be Mahomes.
Everyone that I asked to build my team wants Mahomes, but I guess he just is the best, so that's who we're going to add. But he currently only has an 84 overall in Madden 25, which is shocking. But for 62,000 coins, he's going to be the first player we add to Scott Hanson's NFL Redzone Dream Team. But we still have an entire team without any players that we need to fill in for our guy Scott Hanson. So let's see who else we should add.
But if you want to go dual threat, I would say go Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson.
Ooh, he's giving us a dual threat quarterback option, which is very enticing. We don't ever do that in Madden.
I am known as the man with the most bladder integrity in all of sports TV.
Since this man doesn't go to the bathroom for an entire 7-hour show, I think it's only right that we go with the bladder specialist himself, who can't hold it, Lamar Jackson. And he happens to have an 83 overall card, so Mahomes will be our starter, but I will definitely be mixing Lamar Jackson into this team. And this is just a guess, but I doubt he's going to mention a fullback, so let's add Lamar Jackson's teammate, a powerhouse fullback, Patrick Ricard, who thankfully has an 83 overall card for us to buy for just $40K. The goal is to build at least an 80 overall team, and for every 1 overall I'm away, I'll have to discard a random player from Scott Hanson's dream team. I don't want to let him down.
Running back, CMC, Christian McCaffrey. As I'm recording this video right now, he's injured, but when healthy, he's pretty much the best going.
And he's an 84 overall. Not terrible, but it is above our overall goals. So I'll happily add 84 overall CMC to our team. Who else you got, Scotty?
At wide receiver, I would combination a couple of guys. I would go my outside receiver, Justin Jefferson. He can do everything. You know, long routes, deep routes, jump balls, middle of the field, short passes, take them long, everything you want.
I agree. Jay Jetta's hitting the gritty for this squad, man. That is going to be fantastic. Now, this is just straight disrespectful. He only has an 84 overall card in this game, and it's 183,000 coins. I was not expecting to spend that much, dude. But who's going to be across from him?
Pair him with Tyreek Hill, and you're scoring some touchdowns.
I'd agree with that one, Scott. Thank you for saying Tyreek. And we also built Tyreek Hill's dream team, so he's got to have a great card. Yeah, he's got an 84. What is this 80 overall nonsense? Okay, he's got a really good 84 overall card here. It's only 82,000 coins. Apparently, he has an 88 overall limited, but I missed that one, so sorry, guys. That one's on me. We're going to be definitely added him across from Jay Jetta's. That's a deadly receiver core with Mahomes throwing and Lamar Jackson running. The offense is looking good. We're at an 83 overall, but we've got no defensive players yet, so still a lot of work left to do.
Tight end. This is a little tougher. Tight ends, at least in 2024 so far, has been a little weird position, but I would still probably say Kelsey, because once you get down to the goal line, he's probably lost a step or a half a step speed-wise. He still knows how to get open, and if you go with Mahomes at quarterback, you got the, the mind meld that he and Kelsey have.
Dude, I absolutely love Scott Hanson. The thought that he put into this is crazy. Kelsey's been kind of quiet all year, but he does still have an 84 overall in Madden for 73,000 coins. So we'll add him up, add him to the squad, and hope that we can help him show up like he hasn't yet in this regular season. We got to use that mind meld that Scott was talking about.
You wanted me to do some defense, too. Defense.
Defense is important, Scott. We can't forget about that side of the ball.
I'm just going to do, let's see, I'll give you a few layers of defense. Up front, you got to go Myles Garrett at one defensive end.
I freaking love Myles Garrett. I think he is the scariest player in the NFL. If I was at offensive line, I would not want to see him across from me. He has an 87 overall card. Now, that is what I love to see, man. That is huge to start out our defense. But it sounded like Scott might have 2 names for us.
I might go Max Crosby at another spot at the other opposite defensive end. He is amazing. It's not only quarterback sacks, but tackles for losses when teams run against them. He stuffs them all the time.
That's huge, dude. Myles Garrett for the pass rush and Max Crosby for everything else. I love that. Oh, but Madden does not know ball because he's only got an 84 overall. This man should have an 87 overall too. Even though rookie Joe Alt shut him out, he is still a demon on the defensive line. But also, I want to give a shout out to Scott Hanson because not only did he do this cameo request on a Sunday morning, but he went above and beyond, man. This is a 5.5-minute video that he sent to me on the day of his Super Bowl, which he has 17 of a year every Sunday.
Kinny, I am in the studio right now. Check this out. So, this is my monitor setup.
Look at that. That's 6 a.m. He's there doing this right now.
And then get ready to have your mind blown because, yeah, the background is fake. It's green screen, like the Marvel movies.
He's been doing this for like 15 years, and he's clearly still so in love with his job, and that's something I admire to be. But back to our Madden team, man.
And I realized that means like TJ Watt probably can't have a spot off the edge and stuff like that. But if you got those two guys, you're doing well.
Au contraire, Scotty, because in Madden, TJ Watt is considered a left outside linebacker in a 3-4 defense, so we are going to add him anyways because clearly Scott loves himself some TJ Watt. And we're cooking on our overall goal right now, but remember, just one very low overall player, and this can drop seriously quickly.
I might put Chris Jones in the middle of the defensive line for the Kansas City Chiefs.
He is a huge Chiefs fan. That is the third Chiefs player we got. And somehow Velus Jones has an 87 overall, which is absurd, but Chris Jones only has an 84 overall. Regardless, it's above our overall goal. We're going to scoop him up, happily add him to the defensive tackle position.
You would put Aaron Donald there, but he's obviously retired.
Let's check and see if Aaron Donald has a card in Madden. Unfortunately, he does not. Okay.
Linebacker, just Roman, wherever you want at the linebacker position, Fred Warner.
You're absolutely right, dude. He's a menace.
Because if anything else fails, he's going to pop out that football there.
He's done it like 3 times already this year. And he's got to have a great card, right? 78 overall. It's got to be better than that. 82 overall, 84. Is 84 really the highest? And I feel like we're getting hosed. These are like the best players in the NFL that Scott's given us, and they're only 84s. They could be like 90 overalls right now. There's a lot of positions that still need players.
Probably my best defensive back right now. Ooh, this is tough. Maybe Patrick Surtain.
He's a stud, bro. I think he just got a record-setting contract at defensive back. I love that. And he's got an 86 overall card. I will happily add that to the team. Not too expensive either. Only 155,000 coins.
He's not on a great team.
The casual Broncos roast. I love that, bro.
Look, it's Madden. You can stack your lineup however you want. You can trade him. You can move him. You can all Madden him. You can all-star him, whatever you need.
Might start using that phrase, to be honest. Say the word. Say the thing, dude.
And it's time for the Octobox.
Here it is. Here it is.
And the Witching Hour.
One more.
All wrapped up in 7 hours of commercial-free football. Kinny, appreciate you, bud.
Let's go! Scott said the thing. Amazing video. Thank you so much, Scott. But we still have some work to do on this team, and thankfully I've found some of the greatest red zone moments in Scott Hanson's broadcasting career.
And Josh Allen sacks Josh Allen.
I love the enthusiasm. So we're going to be adding Josh Allen, but not the quarterback. No. Aha, he's actually now called Josh Hines Allen to separate himself, which is pretty funny. An 84 overall, right outside linebacker. Josh Allen will not be sacking Josh Allen in this video. And another notorious moment, we've got the alarm going off in the NFL Redzone studio.
We have an alarm going off in the studios of NFL Redzone right now.
And notice how there's no panic in his voice, which is hilarious to me.
We are being told we need to evacuate the building, as it is something absolutely unprecedented for us.
Not only is this a hilarious moment, but it also happened last year. If we rewind a little bit here, this ball was being thrown to Stephon Diggs. Yes, he's still a Buffalo Bill here, but we also happen to need a third receiver, and I thought, who better than Stephon Diggs? He had a 2-touchdown game. He's got to have a really good card. We got a lot of Trevon Diggs. Where is Stephon Diggs? I guess that's it. He's only got an 82 overall, even though he had a game with 2 touchdowns earlier this year. If my memory serves me correctly, I was watching on Redzone. You guys probably were too. This is what they call a hilarious Scott Hanson moment.
Let's get you back to a little friendly pushing and shoving in the divisional battle between the Packers and Vikings. TJ. Oh!
Woo! He just got absolutely kicked in the balls. But I do see some Vikings player here, so we're gonna go ahead and add a Vikings offensive lineman. I can't tell who that is in this video. It looks like it was recorded with a toaster. And what better player to add than Brian O'Neill? Why not? This works. Right tackle. And when a Packers player gets kicked in the balls, that kind of makes me happy. This is supposedly a wild moment on NFL Red Zone. It looks like we've got the Bears attempting a game-winning field goal.
The game-winning field goal for Chicago. Santos for the win.
Cairo Santos puts it through, and what's happening on the other screen?
And Matt Ryan to the end zone. The Colts score the go-ahead
touchdown.
That's why I love Red Zone. So much is happening at once, but we do need a kicker. I'm going to go ahead and add Cairo Santos. Only a 78 overall. The guy doesn't have the leg, I get it, but he's accurate as all heck. Kickers matter too. But what about punters? I feel like they don't get the love that they deserve.
You're watching the Punt Zone channel. Here's the snap. It's a fake punt. Cut away. Cut away.
That's so good, dude. I didn't even know this parody existed, but it's amazing. They never show punts on Red Zone for a reason, which makes this that much better. However, we've got a Bills punter here. I can't tell exactly who that is, so we're just going to go ahead and add Sam Martin, the current Bills punter, because I feel like that applies. He could be on the NFL Punt Zone if that weren't actually a channel. And we're still hanging strong at an 83 overall, but we still got some work to do. Here's Scott talking about one of his favorite moments when he was on with Rich Eisen.
4 seconds later, in the upper right of the triple box, a rookie quarterback by the name of Russell Wilson threw a 50-some-yard touchdown pass for a game-winning touchdown to beat Tom Brady.
And that's why we love NFL Red Zone so much.
When Seattle and Russell, I think the Seahawks are something to start paying attention to, that the Legion of Boom and Russell.
What I love here is they're talking about the Legion of Boom coming into power. And so we're going to add as many members from the Legion of Boom as we can. Starting with 86 overall, Earl Thomas. 85 overall, Cam Bam Bam Chancellor. Bobby, I'll mess your face up, Wagner.
He invited you, and then he was mad, so you asked him, you mad, bro?
Who's absolutely cooking with an 85 overall to be our second cornerback. And this defense is absolutely cooking right now, but we're still not done. And here we have a little Scott Hanson roast. He's not afraid to get down and dirty.
Jefferson going to keep that ball as a souvenir. He doesn't get in the end zone much.
However, I do see Amon-Ra St. Brown in the picture, which means they also had a heck of an offensive line still at this time. We're going to be adding the center pictured right here, who goes by the name of Frank Ragnow to this team, who himself has an 84 overall. And I think for helping to block the game-winning touchdown here.
And Matt Ryan to the end zone. The Colts.
We got to show some love to the Indianapolis Colts. We're going to be adding an offensive lineman from their team, starting with one of the best guards in the entire NFL and also played for that team, Quentin Nelson. Scott also mentioned Aaron Donald. Since he's not in the game, we're going to be adding a current-day Rams defensive tackle, which apparently the best is Bobby Brown III. This is when our overall is going to start to drop pretty heavily, already down to an 83. And another behind-the-scenes video with Scott Hanson.
They turn around, handed to Kerryon Johnson. His knees were on the ground, but no Lion was touching him.
That is crazy. He's going insane in the top left corner, but let's actually take a look at this cornerback. If I do my research correctly, this was put out October 30th of 2019, and on the 2019 Kansas City Chiefs, we have cornerback Brashad Breeland, who at the time was number 21. Now, that is some investigative work, my friends. However, he is not in Madden. You can also see number 32 chasing after him, who on the Kansas City Chiefs at that time was Tyrann Mathieu, who does have a card in Madden. 82 overall. Obviously not a Chief anymore, but for 18,000 coins, the Honey Badger is going to be our cornerback number 3. Now, can you guys subscribe to the channel for that investigative work? Because I pride myself on my abilities. Obviously, that's ridiculous, but please subscribe. But of all the players that we've added, we still have some teams that I don't think have gotten some fair representation. So for our left tackle, we're going to be adding a Cowboys player, and I don't know what Cowboys player has a left tackle card. This is not good. It's a 73 overall Tyler Guyton, who's going to be joining our offensive line. And for our remaining right guard position, we're going to be spinning this wheel with all the teams we have left that do not have a place on this team yet. And we're going to be adding a right guard from the Titans. I don't know who it is. I wish it was the right guard from the Cowboys. I'll tell you that. Instead, it's a 77 overall Daniel Brunskill. I've never heard of this guy. And after putting these two players in our lineup, we remain at an 83 overall, smothering our goal of building an 80 overall team. Scott Hanson built a Madden Dream Team. Gameplay with this team is right down here, but if you want to see me build Tyreek Hill's Dream Team, that's right up here.